Okay, part two. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. This is like a meditation. This is like an easy form of meditation. This video blog. That's what I'm doing every morning. Sometimes I'm meditating. Sometimes my life is steady enough that I make an episode that is like watchable because I'm focused the whole time. It's like that's a really interesting thing. But okay, this morning vlog for me is a meditation. This is how I choose to meditate. And like meditate, the word, right? Medi, like staying in the middle. I don't know. I know so much etymology, man. I'm a genius. Staying in the middle, staying in the fucking middle, which is everything that I'm talking about with this gravity diagram. This is the cute little thing I made. I love my friend. On my new Facebook account. Let's go here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking so much time. This is stupid. Window capture, webcam, display capture, window capture, properties. We'll go to Firefox. Okay, whatever, man. Okay, this is our little guy. That's me. And I actually want to make this. I want to take a picture. Okay, I'll do that afterwards. We're gonna keep this image here. Meditating means staying in the middle, I think. Should we look it up? I don't give a fuck. This is the basic schema that I have for like myself in terms of survivability. This is the gravity diagram. If you notice, it looks like a little guy. It's me. I'm weighed down by gravity. I am stuck here on planet Earth. More specifically, Kansas City, Missouri. Now, if we had lighter than air magnetic personal transport vehicles powered by nuclear power and fabricated cheaply enough to distribute and then I could get on my personal hovercraft with power too cheap to meter, so it's all cool, and I could go back to fucking Korea. I would go straight back to Korea. I would go back to San Francisco. I would say hi to San Francisco people. If I could move around the Bay. Okay. So this is why we call this the gravity diagram. Because we're weighed down by physical, literal gravity. And it's poetic, you see. I'm mixing poetry and prose because there's also this metaphorical gravity, right? We are weighed down by social obligations. So that's the middle part of this diagram, the weights. And the weights are always, you're always a fucking scarecrow. And the weights of all the social stuff in your life is always, it's heavy weights. I have so many fucking heavy weights now. hate it. There are 50 fucking people here's the thing, like, most of these relationships are kind of weighty. Some of them are lightening. Some of them lighten the load, so to speak. And that's something for me to consider. That's an original thought I hadn't put on this diagram yet. But the weights are, this is the hardest fucking part, is the middle tier here, the weights, and that's what I'm currently dealing with. The other hardest part is balance, okay? And this is the other thing I'm dealing with. My gut and my foot are part of balance. Balance is when you're standing up against gravity and you have perfect posture and all of the circulation is moving through all parts of your system. And you know what? I have been fucking hunched, haven't I? I have been fucking hunched, even though that's not the core problem. It doesn't help that I've been hunched over. Because, not to be too smart here, not to be too much of a brilliant genius, I apologize, but food, when you eat it, guess what? Follows the path of gravity all the way through your gut, into your stomach, and through your intestines. Your posture matters. You want to be standing upright. When you digest food, the way we've evolved, I mean, whatever, don't even think about evolution, just think about gravity. It's a big tube, and it squeezes shit. It squeezes the food all the way fucking through all the tubes. It's a series of tubes. Your digestive system is a series of tubes, and the more you work with gravity, the better the whole system works. And that's why after you eat food, you're supposed to take a walk. That's what humans have always done. We walk around and digest. That's how it functions well. Anyway, we're getting too cute with this gravity concept, but like, the point is, balance is the top part of the thing, and that's basically making sure your whole body and your mind are balanced together. This is basic meditation. If you want to start anywhere, get a Vipassana teacher. It's called Goenko. Is that the guy? Hold on, I have this right here in my notes. My notepad's upstairs. There's a pioneer of body scan. Gosh, I do need to look this up, don't I? Okay. Yeah, because this is now the subject of this. But we're going to do this, and we're going to say Goenka. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Genka. Make sure it's visible here. This guy basically founded a school of meditation that is, I think, downstream what I ended up learning in 2019. The point, and I want to give respect and thanks to this fine, wise man, because clearing your mind, the basic practice of like sitting in a chair for 15 minutes and clearing your mind of all medium-term and short-term memory. I think it's basically, that's the way that I describe it, is you're clearing out your medium-term memory. Does that look right? Yeah, we're still here. Okay. Samadhi meditation, right? Clearing your mind, except for one thing. The three things that we trained, the three concepts were spaciousness. You wanna feel space in your mind. You want to feel like kind of just basically you want to get to a state where like the idea is like sensations and thoughts pop in, you notice them and you let them pass. Okay, that's the whole thing. All right, you recognize that part of your brain is just there to generate interpretations and ideas, and that part is, you can turn it off. It's fine. You'll always have ideas. There's no thought or sensation that like you'll feel and then later be like, man, I wish I remembered what that thought or sensation was. Like it's not important, the junk that your brain generates. So you can sit in a chair and just like you focus very intently on something. There's all sorts of different ways. Body scanning is what we learned. So you just focus on your little pinky toe. You focus all your attention on your little pinky toe. And then, hey, little guy. My pinky toe's feeling okay. Actually, it's a little. my foot is still in a. It's a little bit injured, but I'm working through it. So yeah, this style of meditation rules, and it is one way to start thinking about balance, because the cool thing about body scanning is the better you get at interoception, which is like noticing, basically just noticing what's going on in your body. Like feel like the more precise of a lens you have on your own internal state, like very precisely, the more healthy and wellness and full and better of a person you'll be. So, okay, balance. And so, in this graph, this is basically holistic health, holistic. Basically, you should just feel at peace and not in pain, because stress is bad. Stress is bad, dog. Like it not only does stress not feel good, it also kills you. Okay. It will kill you, and it will hurt the entire time if you allow stress to linger. Okay, stress happens. If you allow it to linger, if you believe the medium-term memory is important, which, like, for me, the mistake is confusing long-term memory with medium-term memory. I love this concept that I invented 2 days ago, because I know it sounds like a crazy concept. Basically, you have to trust. This is something you gain with experience too. You trust that, like, the stuff that you learn and the stuff that you believe and the passions and the things that you care about are always going to be with you, even if they go out of your entire worldview for a time. Later on, when you find the right people will bring out those locked closets, those like parts of yourself that you just like haven't had time to get to. You haven't brought them from your long-term memory, the big part of your brain in the back. I don't know any neuroscience, by the way. This is all made up. The big part of your brain in the back that stores your memories, your database. I assume that's where it is, because this is the prefrontal cortex. The limbic system is back here. So I assume all this stuff is just like memories, like a database. I'm making it up, dude. I don't fucking know. But like basically, people are what mediates which parts of yourself that you're expressing and moving towards and going in the direction of. This is why people are so important. Each person is like their own. Now we're getting more metaphorical. Each person on this horizontal axis is like their own gravity. They're like planets. People are like planets. And every person, like, you have to be fucking strong. You have to, all three parts of this have to be solid as fuck to be able to, like, not fall into the gravity of another person's orbit. Because if we refer back to episode 23, where we talked about the monkey sphere, that's a guess. I'm probably off. We have about 150 planets. Basically, imagine yourself as like a planet. You're like a strong person, kind of, and you're trying to be stronger. You're trying to have better posture. You're trying to feel at peace and not in pain. And you're trying to have good posture as you walk around the physical gravity of the world. And you're balancing the entire time. The key piece of this is this middle layer, your relationships, the people in your life, the people that matter, and let's start with the most brutal part of this is the people that matter because you depend on them. Those people are the biggest sources of gravity in your life. Because they're huge. They're huge planets. If you depend on someone else, they are Jupiter and you are a little moon. And you have to orbit around them. There's no fucking choice. You're in their orbit. That's part of this graph. There are people that you have attachments to, people you care about, people you love. Huge sources of gravity. And you can feel this gravity play out in your attention span. Okay? I want to talk about ADHD. Fuck ADHD. ADHD is fucking fake because it invokes this concept of attention span, which is like a quantity in your brain. Like some people have a higher attention span level than others. It's fucking retarded, dude. This is like literally the people who come up with this shit are like children. They're like baby retarded children. Okay? That's not how your attention span isn't. You don't have attention span juice, and that's what gives you attention span. And when you run out of attention span juice, are you fucking retarded? Is that what the theory is? Oh, we need to give this guy more attention span juice because his body isn't producing enough naturally. So here, take some Adderall. I think that's how these people fucking think, which is crazy. Your attention span, okay, is in this middle part of this graph. You pay attention to what actually matters for the management of social relationships that matter to you in terms of people you depend on, in terms of people that you have attachments to, in terms of people you like. That's what you want to get to. You want to get out of the orbit of these first two categories, things that you just have to care about, big planets, and you want to orbit around people that you like. You want to be in like a solar system party with like 50 planets and like everyone's orbiting and like some people are shooting off and going to other parts and it's like a big fucking party. That's how life could be. That's how life is like in most places. Here in Kansas City, it's like everyone is stuck in the fucking mud. Everyone, I'm gonna just should I keep ranting or should I stay focused? Let's stay focused, I guess. I want to go off on this metaphor because there's some fun directions, but this is already kind of watchable, so let's make a watchable episode. I kind of went back and forth between these two concepts, and I hope they make sense to you. But like balance is your mind, your body, your health. The social graph, this is about 150 people. I should like edit this. Can I do this? This is your 150 Dunbar. There we go. It's probably too much. There you go. I don't like how unbalanced this graphic is now, so we're gonna go back and edit this out. But just to be clear, there are about 150 planetary bodies in your life that your attention, your ability to get things done, the amount of time you waste per day, the amount of extra balancing you have to do. That's so like the system all works together. And I know there's a third layer. We'll talk about that in a minute. This whole system works together because the more time you spend in your day just managing stress from all of the dependent social relationships you have, that reflects back into the balance problem because stress is stressful. Stress is bad. Stress kills you and it hurts the entire way. Okay. It's just so, it just feels so perceivable that like everyone could be lighter. Everyone could be lighter and happier and fuller, but like, I don't know. This is just where we're at right now. In our society, I think since COVID, I think basically everyone has kind of like buckled down. Okay, we're getting off topic again. All right. Talking about attention span. Remembering that this is a morning meditative act. I'm low on coffee, but we also want to try to produce a watchable episode. We're in a dilemma. Okay, let's get some coffee because I want to talk about part 3. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. And as the format, we don't really pause. We just we put it over here while I go do something, and then you just watch nothing. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just go forward a little bit. So this break doesn't exist. So it's easy. It is very cold outside. So I will use my powers. You know, if I was really good at meditation, I could simply generate my own body heat. I tried. I can't do it. I have no fucking clue how that works. So we're going to use the power of fossil fuels and harm the planet a little bit. Sorry, planet. I fuck the planet. Wait, hold on. See, now that I'm thinking about Hinduism and Vedic philosophy, I'm sitting here pushing the dials on my fan and being like, oh, if I press it to level 4, I'm killing the planet. So this is maximum killing the planet. I'm like, just fuck it up, all living beings. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. Okay, we'll go down because it's loud. Okay, it's fucking up the audio, so. All right. Anyway. There, a little low level killing the planet is going on. So, what are you gonna do? Yeah, cheers. Okay, so nuts and bolts. I'm sorry to the planet, okay? It's not that much energy. It's not that much energy. Did you know the world produces... the United States consumes 16 million barrels of oil per day. Have you guys ever heard that term? Okay. Nuts and bolts. All right. You know, fine enough segue. We'll take it. Nuts and bolts is physical reality. So, your health and your wellness and your social relationships are all dependent on this thing called physical fucking reality. The nuts and bolts. And boy, do we hate it. Don't we fucking hate it. Ain't that the case? Nuts and bolts of reality are the physical fucking layer of reality. So, for me, this car that I'm in, I've talked about my car several times. The car is a recurring theme of this podcast, this video blog. It's morning meditation. This car has a whole bunch of flashing lights on the dashboard. Maintenance required. Maintenance required. It needs a bunch of fucking shit. Okay. My car needs a bunch of fucking shit done because all the lights keep flashing and it makes fucking sounds. And when I pull up to an intersection, it goes when I shift. Well, I fixed it. Well, whatever. Okay. The thing is if my car fails, then my life is over. So, independent of how good I am at managing, if I'm a perfect human being and I'm saintly and I'm just a perfect, humble person and my mind and body, my car fails, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Okay. Same thing with our bodies. So, relating back to the physical body, the nuts and bolts are the physical state of your health. This is like, if I have to give some credit to the Western medical system, they're really good at the nuts and bolts layer. So anything that presents as a physical ailment, any like injury, right? If you get hit or hurt, you get struck by an object or hit, that will knock you off balance. That will affect your social relationships, right? If you have like a nutritional deficiency, then if you have scurvy because you're not getting vitamin C, there's no amount of meditation, there's no amount of like social support, and group hugs and people loving you and being like, hey, we just think you're fantastic. Like everyone in your life getting together and being like just being every day, being like, oh, we love you so much. We love you so much. You're such a great guy. We respect you and admire you, and we want to be like you. And like, if 150 people got together and gave you a group hug, and you were in perfect samadhi, meditation, peace and wellness, and you don't have vitamin C, you're gonna get sores all over your fucking body. All right. So like, there's the physical nuts and bolts layer of reality matters to your health, and I guess you could say that this is where you kind of connect with the earth and like maybe your environment. I don't know where the environment fits in. This is really just a diagram of the self. But like, obviously you're walking around on earth and you're interacting with your environment, right? So like, definitely tangible physical risks like kind of fall in this category, right? You need to avoid getting hurt. If you are walking outside in the winter and it's very icy, there's a chance you could slip and fall. And even if you're perfectly balanced, it doesn't matter, because your shoes will slip on the ice. There will be a little patch of ice that you think is walkable, but it's really a little bit more smooth than you think it is. And that's like, you got to watch out for that. Yeah. We got about a minute left. This is, I think, a pretty watchable episode. I mean, this is my basic understanding of the self. Feel free to use it if you want. Think about the concepts. It's not that challenging. It's not that challenging of a concept. Obviously, I'm a dumbass who makes shit up, so it's probably not worth much. Yeah. See if I want to keep going for a third part, because all this needs to wrap into what the fuck I'm doing today. I have 3 hours until my shift, dude. I need carrots. I need carrot salad. And just, I don't know. I gotta fast is what I gotta do. I gotta clear the system out again and get some good microbiotas.